Hello, it is Jade, the Aussie Adventuress here, and today I want to talk to you how to make the most out of one piece of your content. Now, before we get into it, let me just point out, yes, I am sitting here in my bathers because it is a super hot day and I've been going in and out of the pool between doing work because it's very humid and that is my way of dealing with it. But anyway, let's talk about how to make the most out of one piece of your content. Now, a lot of people often come to me and they're like, oh my God, Jade, how are you able to create so much content for all these different platforms? How do you keep up? And they ask how they can do the same, and they say they really struggle with coming up with content and it takes so much time and all of these issues they have around content. And let me tell you one thing, I've totally been there and I totally understand how you feel because I used to really struggle with content as well because I was holding myself back because I was of this mentality that I had to create completely different content for every different platform, and I was being told you need to master one platform and so you don't really need to worry about all this other stuff and creating content for every platform because you just want to master one. And while I do believe in mastering one platform, I also believe it's good to have a variety of content out there on different platforms to cater to different areas. And this is how you can really target a specific audience and make the most out of one piece of your content. So a strategy I have implemented recently is where I go about sharing the same topic on multiple platforms. So say for instance now I'm doing this video. What I would then do with this video is create a blog post around the same topic, and then I can repurpose it and I can share the link to my blog post in my video and vice versa. So that's targeting two separate platforms around the same topic, and it's not hard to go and create a blog post because I've already spoken about it. So I've got the content, I just need to then put it into the written version. So that is how you can create a video into a blog post and vice versa. And then you can go a step further and you share that blog post on your social media platforms. So when you post a blog on WordPress, it automatically shares to your Facebook page if you've got it linked. If you use Twitter, it shares there. I don't use Twitter. If you have a Pinterest account, then you can set up your rich pins. So you literally just click on the picture inside your post and then pin it. And then you can set up ways to keep repinning those pins. And then you can also create a picture to share in an Instagram story. So it literally takes an hour or so maximum to create a video, share that in a blog, share that on social media, and you could create an image for your Instagram feed, you can create images for your Facebook feed, you can then write an email around that, you could put it into a quick little video newsletter thing where you embed it and then send that with a link underneath to whatever you want to share. There is so many ways that you can take that one piece of content and really make the most out of it. So I hope this gives you some tips. What I want to do is actually take you behind my computer screen and show you an example of exactly how I've done this with one piece of my content, and this is the basic strategy that I follow for all my content now, so it's really easy and I just want to show you how it's done. So let's take a look at my computer screen. All right, hello and welcome back. Now that you can see my screen, let's continue with this video, and I'm going to show you how to repurpose existing content so you can make the most out of one piece of content. So here's an idea of how my current process looks. Basically, I will create a video for YouTube. I will turn that into a blog post. That blog post automatically gets shared to my Facebook fan page. I'll then share it to my Facebook group, create pins to share to Pinterest, create a story for Instagram, embed the video in a ClickFunnels page if it's something that's really good training that will benefit my email list, and then I'll send it to my email list. Now, that might sound like a lot of work, but when you think about it, you've created that one piece of content already. Once it's created, sharing it is actually quite easy. So Sometimes it might take me 10 to 15 minutes to make a video. Then by the time I post it on YouTube, do the text and follow a few processes to get it set up properly, that may take a maximum of 40 minutes to an hour. Same goes for my blog post. Because the content has already been created in my YouTube, all I literally do is have to copy and paste and then make it sound better. So obviously what I say in video doesn't sound as good in text format, so I will change it, make it sound proper as a blog post, and then that's done as well. So that's already 2 things done, and that's literally taken me about an hour, 2 hours probably maximum, depending if I have to edit the video up or if it's taking me a bit longer to add more content to my blog post and that kind of thing. But maximum 2 hours for one piece of content. And then the rest is easy. Once you've got the piece of content on YouTube and your blog, sharing it to social media isn't hard. So this is an example of what the process flow looks like. Create the video, create the blog post, it automatically gets shared to Facebook. Then I put it on Pinterest, it goes into an Instagram story, I make it into a page with my link underneath, I share it in my Facebook group, share it in my email, and then look what happens. Within like 1 or 2 days, I had 5 people click on this one piece of content, not actually the content itself. I had many more people look at the blog post and look at the YouTube channel, but people that actually then went on to click on the video page that I had with an order page underneath it. 5 people clicked on it within a few days, and of those 5 people, 4 of them went ahead to sign up for my training. So it goes to show how one simple piece of content can go a very long way. And that's how you can make the most of your content, by really pushing it to all kinds of platforms and not trying to make a million different pieces of content, but just working with one piece and changing it up a little bit to suit the platforms you want to work with. So let me show you it in real life how it looks. So here's my video on YouTube, and I've got my little caption with all my information about it, and you'll notice that at the end of it I also refer people to look at my blog post if they want more information. And then when you come to my blog post, you will see that I've made it a little bit more in depth. So my YouTube video is a bit more generic and to the point on the training I followed, but my blog post goes into a little bit more detail about the exact steps I followed. So I go into a little more detail explaining things, I put it in writing, and then I go through the same kind of stuff that was in my YouTube video. And then at the end, you will see I've got it linked to YouTube as well, because some people may stumble on my blog, some may stumble on YouTube, but this way I'm getting them to look at both platforms if they come from one or the other. Then what I've got at the bottom is I always have a variety of pins, because one may appeal to somebody else more than another. So you want to give them options of what they will pin to their own profiles. So you'll notice they all are always still within my brand though, but one might stand out to one person more than another one. So then what I do is I literally hover over it and I hit pin it, and that automatically sends it to my Pinterest account. And if you're not sure how to do that, I'll do a training another day on how to create rich pins and how to put them in your profile and that kind of stuff, so you can do that as well. Once it's gone to Pinterest, you'll see here that it actually shares to multiple boards. So I've got it on my best of board, I've got it on my social media marketing board, entrepreneurship, email marketing, and Instagram tips. So, and also social media influencing. So that again is catering to different people. Even though it's all on Pinterest, some people might be attracted to one board over another. They might be attracted to one style of pin over another. So you cover your bases by sharing it upon multiple boards. And you can also share it onto group boards and things like that, which again, I'll share in another video more on Pinterest. Then you see it's on my Facebook fan page. So that happened automatically. I didn't have to do anything there. Literally when I hit publish on my blog post, it automatically goes to my Facebook page. So you'll see it's published by WordPress. So that's no extra work from me. That's literally, I hit publish on my blog and it automatically goes to my fan page. So that's already 4 places that I've now got this one piece of content. I've got it on YouTube, I've got my blog, I've got it on Facebook, and I've got it on Pinterest. The next thing I do, I've already created the pretty pins. All I need to do is then put that into my story. And what I do is I take the pin and I put it in a story template and I upload it to my featured stories on Instagram. So you'll see I do this for every blog post. And if we go to the next one, you'll see it there. So it's the same style as my pin, but in my story template. And that literally takes 2 seconds to do because I've got the template saved. And then I just upload that to my story on Instagram with the link so people can swipe up and be taken to my blog. And again, it's another way of getting them on other platforms. Then I take it one step further. If it's a really good training video, you don't need to do this for every video or piece of content you create. But if it's one that's really suited to your brand and whatever it is you're trying to achieve online, then this is a really useful step as well. I don't always do this, but this has worked out really well for me in terms of this, because I know a lot of people that follow me on Instagram and see that I've got a large following and see that I'm an influencer, and they want to know how to do the same. So by making this quick video and then putting it on a page like this with the link underneath it to say how they can get access to the same training that taught me how to do this, it's a way to get people to see the value, learn something from me, and then want more because they want to know exactly how I've been able to do this. And then, because I've created this page, what I do is I share that in my Facebook group. So I do a post in my Facebook group about what my inbox looks like and how people can learn to be an influencer too. And I've got the link to this page, aussieadventurous.com/beaninfluencer. And then I take that same text, copy and paste it, and send it in an email out to my email list. So same thing, they've got that link as well. And that's how you can take one piece of content and really make the most of that one piece of content by sharing it across all different platforms to all your different audiences and enabling everybody to see it from all different places. So I really hope that makes sense to you. You can see how effective it is. And I just hope you got a lot out of that. Now, as I said, I don't always do a page like this where I've got a link under it. Most of the time, I'll just refer people straight to my blog post and YouTube page. So I wouldn't actually have that step in the process. That's just for ones that are very relevant to my brand. So generally what I would do is I would create a post like, I've just got to find one, like this one. So I've said, as promised, I'm going to start talking about lead generation, starting with lead magnets. And I've created a blog post. So I've spoken a little about what to expect. And I said you can watch the video on YouTube and I've got the link, or you can go to the blog post on that link there. So very simple. That text is not new text. That text has been taken from the blog post. So you're not having to come up with a million different pieces of content. You're literally taking that one piece and sharing it in lots of places in a really strategic way so it can increase its views, increase its traffic, and have more chance of getting you results and getting shared and that kind of thing. So there you have it, a simple strategy for making the most out of one piece of content. So I hope now you realize how creating content doesn't have to be a really hard and overwhelming task, and you can really just leverage your time and your work to really go far and provide so much value for your audience. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to make the most out of your content, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.